Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go, set.
A quick pass out to Juju. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Raiders sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Second down, here's an option light. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A solid gain of 7 yards wins that time on the keeper and a first down. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. A good return up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Griffin. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Second and 5. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now back to throw. Touchdown! Darren Waller with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Go. Smith, red.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Griffin's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Griffin on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A big play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Saints get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 24, Griffin. Over the middle, complete. It's Walton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. Inside the 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carter. Carlson up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They go play action. Griffin. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's White.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and 6. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Now, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Here's Griffin. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Griffin. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Griffin will throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete to Adams. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 83 yards. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Griffin.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On third down, Griffin. Got an open man. It's Olave. 30. 10. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down to about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Thomas, 47 yards. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for them, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He rifles one that's intercepted. They brought the house that time, and the young rookie maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Griffin. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now back to throw. He hits Adams, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And
it'll be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Griffin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for